So much. Go take care of that spider. Time for some Positively Portland news here this morning. Several Rose City authors made a strong showing at this year's Oregon Book Awards, nabbing first place in a variety of genres.
From romantic fantasy inspired by Pacific Island mythology to untangling the conquest of indigenous lands by Jewish settlers fleeing European anti-Semitism, the winning titles offer inspiring originality for your reading list. So here to break down this year's winners, we have Andrew Proctor, Executive Director at Literary Arts. Good morning.
Hey, well, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
thanks
glad to have you back.
Here.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Oregon Book Awards.
Yeah, the Oregon Book Awards have been going on for 38 years. It's our 38th ceremony. They've celebrated Oregon's incredible writers from all over the state. And writers like Bill Stafford, Ursula K. Le Guin, Barry Lopez, Mitchell Jackson, Omar El-Akkad. We have an incredible writing community here that produced globally significant literature. So we were really excited to celebrate it.
Yeah.
Well, who was celebrated as a part of it?
Yeah, well, so we've got a couple of books here for you. One of them is We Were the Universe by Kimberly King Parsons. This is her first novel, but second book. So she published a book of short stories that was celebrated in a national bestseller.
And that was the winner of this year's fiction category.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah, this is the fiction winner prize. It's about a young woman in grief, and it's a novel about really thinking about what it means to leave your youth behind a little bit and to think about what those trade-offs are.
Interesting.
Yeah, really great, really amazing novel.
Yeah, it sounds like a good one to dig into. Okay, so how about for nonfiction in the general nonfiction category?
Yeah, this is The Cost of Free Land by Rebecca Claren, and it's about her ancestors who moved here from Russia and took land in South Dakota. It was given to her for free, the family for free. And the writer is exploring and discovering what it meant to have that free land and to leave Russia, and what it meant for the Lakota Indians who were there at the time and in South Dakota.
Wow.
Yep.
It's a really poignant read there.
Yep.
Yeah. And then in the young adult lit?
Yeah, an amazing novel by Micaiah Lusser called Dragon Fruit. And it's about a young princess returning to her homelands in the Pacific Islands in the company of dragons.
Wow.
Ooh.
The artwork on that
I know,
cover,
so the
too,
cover
is gorgeous.
alone has me, like, dreaming.
I know that we're not supposed to judge books by their covers, but if it's positive, I'm going to. That is stunning.
Right,
that's
fantastic.
great.
Very
Great.
cool. And another fun one here for children's lit.
Yeah, children's. I'm Gonna Paint. This is about an artist named Frank Fenstanella who, at the turn of the century, grew up in an Italian-American family, also an immigrant story. They were labor rights activists, and he grew up going to union meetings and protests and became an incredible painter who actually painted the lives of workers and the labor movement all throughout the 20th century, and a really important book about people and their work and the value of their work.
Wow.
So really incredible book.
That seems like a pretty big topic to kind of distill down for a children's book.
Absolutely.
But that's really neat that they're taking on these topics for kids.
That's right, and the art is just beautiful.
I was going to say, can I take a look just
Yeah,
to
of course.
see some of the art that's inside? Wow.
Now, Andrew, if folks wanted to check out this year's winners, I would imagine that you have copies of all of them at the new Literary Arts
right.
Center.
Yeah, we would love for you to come down
Wow.
and visit us at 716 Southeast Grand Avenue. That's where the new Literary Arts headquarters is, and there's a bookstore there. We've got signed copies, and we'd love to come see you and check out our books.
What does it mean for authors to be celebrated in this way and to have this annual showcase of our local talent?
It's a really important moment, not only to elevate some of our great books, and there are dozens of finalists, and we encourage you actually to come and look at all of those
Yes.
books. It's a moment for the community of writers to come together and celebrate each other's work, and there aren't that many occasions when you can actually do that, and it's a way to sort of elevate some work in Oregon that really deserves attention and readers all throughout the state and frankly all throughout the country.
I love that. That's great. And again, to Andrew's point, there are all kinds of different categories out there. A lot of authors that really deserve the attention, quite frankly, and their moment in the limelight.
That's
I
right.
think that's really great.
We could all do with getting lost in a good book these days.
Absolutely.
right.
A little
Absolutely.
escapism
Yeah.
always helps.
Andrew,
Well,
thanks so much. Yeah,
Thanks.
if you want to see the complete list of this year's winners, some of the nominees and finalists, and find your next favorite read, check out this story on KOIN.com.